What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Well, WBC super lightweight champion Devin "The Dream" Haney has finally issued a statement. It basically is just a written statement that was posted to his IG. I'm glad he issued a statement to his fans, to the general public, and just for people who follow boxing. But, and you knew that was going to be a but, the disrespect wasn't, and all the statements prior to the fight weren't made via text. You got in front of the camera and you faced the people, which is what I like to see now. I want to see you get in front of the camera and face the people, number one, namely Ryan Garcia, because there's a couple things about the statement that I do have an issue with. One, it's okay for Devin supporters to say the weight made a difference. It's okay for those who are objectively looking at the fight on the outside saying that the weight is the reason why the fight went his way. I don't want to hear that from Devin or Bill. Why? Because there was a secondary contract negotiated, and that was the contract they fought under, for Ryan to be able to come in at 143. You set your price. You came up with that idea at the pre-fight presser, and I'm guessing Ryan probably said, "Oh, that's all you want? Psh, hell with it. I ain't dropping these last 3 pounds then." And you was cool with it, and actually came out and said it wouldn't make a difference in the fight. He was trash, and then you went on to double down and say, "Let's make another bet that you won't meet me in the middle of the ring," or your father did. So I don't want to hear that excuse. So that's a problem with the statement, number one. Number two, you still fell short of giving Ryan Garcia his credit. I know y'all exchanged pleasantries in the middle of the ring, but the disrespect was public. And the praise or the respect or the acknowledgement of his skill level should be public. In that statement, you should have said, "Hats off to Ryan Garcia. He was the better man on that night. I would like to fight him again." But the way you went about it, if I'm Ryan Garcia, you ain't getting another fight. Why would I give you another opportunity and you're still making excuses for why I beat you and diminishing my victory after disrespecting me before the first fight? And he's clearly in the driver's seat now. That's number one. Number two, you didn't give Lomachenko a rematch, and that was sure enough a close fight, closer than you and Ryan, and most people, including me, felt like Loma won that fight. He didn't get the rematch, so why do you deserve it? Number three, everybody's mad at Floyd. Ryan's trolling y'all. He comes out and says, and I don't know if it's true or not, but Ryan comes out and says Floyd gave him the idea to come in 3 pounds overweight, and we know at this point now that being just over three pounds overweight puts him in a position where the commission would not allow him to drop that weight, so they had to negotiate or not fight. And he knew, Devin being greedy, would negotiate. But if you're saying that was all Floyd's master plan, then explain why he came in at 143 in his last fight as well. Did Floyd tell him to come in 3 pounds overweight his last fight too? If so, then the Haney should have been smart enough to know what was coming. But I don't think you can blame that on Floyd. I don't think you can blame anybody, because you negotiated, signed a contract, set your price, was paid, and the fight went how it went. So I'm glad Devin Haney made an excuse, because he did make an excuse, but I'm glad he made a statement, but it was kind of an empty statement, because again, you didn't give Ryan Garcia his props, and you made an excuse. So I don't think you deserve the rematch, because you still can't even show this man the level of respect that I feel he earned at this point by beating you. You know what I mean? If he's a C-class fighter, you know, and you're a world-class fighter, you should be able to beat a C-class fighter that's 3 pounds bigger than you. I'm just saying. And I am going to say, if the 3 pounds was that big of a difference, again, you didn't have to fight. You could have fought Arnold Barbosa. You could have said, "No, I want you to lose 1.5 pounds." You could have done anything other than what you did, but you fell for the banana in the tailpipe. You wanted the extra 1.5, and you got it. So once you set your price and you was paid, the weight shouldn't be mentioned, at least by you or your team anymore. You know what I mean? Nobody told you to stand there and try to fight, to bang with that guy, and you ain't had a knockout in 5 years. I still say Team Haney needs to show some humility, give Ryan his props, make no excuses for the loss, take 6 months to a year off to regroup and come back better. That's it. And if you do that, myself and most other channels can do nothing but respect it. But as long as you keep making excuses for yourself, diminishing Ryan's victory, and not taking accountability, especially after how bad you downgraded him prior to the fight, YouTube channels in the boxing community are in large part are going to have a problem with that. And I don't see how, they don't understand it. It's very simple. Be gracious in defeat, just as you're braggadocious in victory. Nobody's feeling sorry for a guy that's braggadocious in victory and, makes excuses for himself and shows self-pity in defeat. That just doesn't align. That's all I have for y'all right now. Until next time, keep your hands up, your chin down, your ass off the floor. Peace.